moment with Giannis obviously had something happen between Giannis and your dad. What all did you see transpire?
I don't think that my pops was in the right at all there, and unfortunate, what happened in the end there. But
what's up, everybody? It's Coach Kev. This has to be one of the craziest things that I have ever seen happen on an NBA court. It makes you question, is this still the authentic game of basketball that we all used to know and love, or has it turned into an NBA simulation? The Indiana Pacers defeated the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round of the NBA playoffs. The Indiana Pacers star, Tyrese Haliburton, Milwaukee Bucks star, Giannis Antetokounmpo. So those are the main protagonists in this video. So the Pacers won. They're celebrating their victory like any other team would. Here comes Tyrese Haliburton's dad onto the court, gets in Giannis's face, and then the altercation ensues. So I just want to let you know the NBA players voted Tyrese Haliburton the most overrated player in the NBA. So this could be why his dad felt some type of way after the game. Here's Ernie, here's Chuck, here's Shaq, here's Kenny inside the NBA discussing the altercation and everything that happened.
Come on, man. You can't give up the layup.
Only time for a desperation heave.
Good if it goes. Did not go.
And the Indiana Pacers
Go stand on that table.
come from 7 down with 40 seconds left in overtime.
That was just a choke job, America.
Yeah, and
They just gave this game away. The Bucks, they're going to regret this one.
Attack that lead foot, huh, Jimmy?
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, because that's a great basketball player that you went by.
there was some talking after the game.
No, that's Haliburton.
And then it was
His dad.
yeah. Then it looks like Haliburton and Giannis make nice, and that's everybody else does too.
We love Mr. Haliburton, but come see the show. Don't be the show. Come see the show. Yeah, and I think I saw Tyrese has already apologized for his dad's actions.
For what?
Because he don't run on the court and talk to a player like that. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Come see the show. Don't be the show.
No. You can't run on the stage. You cannot run on the court and harass other players.
Everybody on the court. Get out of here.
Everybody, he's not supposed to be on the court. He's not on the court.
He's on the court.
He's not supposed to be on the court.
Stop it.
No, you stop it. He's not supposed to be on the court.
on the court.
No, he's not supposed to be on the court.
You can't go to a play and
No.
That's
just stupid. That's just stupid for you to say that. There's no reason.
Talk to him.
So they're already arguing about his dad even being on the court. Shaq is saying it's okay for him to be on the court. Kenny and Charles are saying no, he should not be on the court. So we haven't even gotten to the actual altercation yet. So I already know they're going to be in total disagreement with whatever is when they're about to discuss this topic.
He's not supposed to be on the court.
It don't
He's not
matter.
supposed to be on the court.
Giannis talked to him. Forget all that.
No, he was on the court.
So what?
You think he said something? He probably didn't know who his dad is.
Stop it. Giannis said something
No,
to him.
because he's on the court in his face.
So what? Everybody on the
you
court.
can't do that.
Yeah, you can.
No,
Everybody
you
on the
cannot
court.
do that.
Giannis said something to him.
So you think his dad was correct?
No, his dad was 100% wrong.
Giannis was wrong?
Bro, Giannis said something to him.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
No, he not.
Look, right there.
No, his dad
Giannis
is coming up to him. What
Giannis
is his dad
talking
doing
to
on
him.
the court?
Giannis
His dad is not supposed to be on the court.
His dad is
You
always
can
on
yell
the
as
court
much as you
every
want to.
game.
He's an idiot. If you think that's right, you're an idiot too.
Giannis said something to him.
No, that's not
Giannis
true.
said something to him.
No,
Lose
I'm
the
just
Gracie,
telling
go
you.
home.
That dad is an idiot, and
No,
if you
he's
think
not.
he's an idiot,
No, he's
you're an
not.
idiot too.
I will say that
No.
His dad is always on the court.
So first question in the comments. Do you believe that his dad is wrong for being on the court? Do you believe that it's okay for him to be on the court? Do you feel like Giannis started this altercation and shouldn't even have walked up on him, or whatever the case may be? What are your thoughts about Tyrese Haliburton's dad being on the court?
I will say this. We all have met his dad, and he has.
His
but
dad's
he's
always
wrong.
on the court.
He shouldn't be on the court. You don't have an
court.
entitlement because your son is playing to be on the court.
Hold on, time out. He's always on the court.
He shouldn't have an entitlement.
I don't care. He's always on the court.
He should not be on the court talking to other players.
Bro, Giannis said something to him. He didn't say
came up
nothing
to
to Giannis.
Giannis.
No, he did not.
No, that's not true.
He couldn't have said
walking in
anything
the line
to
behind
him.
his son.
What do you mean walking in line behind his son? He shouldn't be on the court. He didn't play in the game.
Always on the court.
No, he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be.
On the court.
No,
there's no entitlement for that.
On the court.
If you think this conversation is entertaining, just
y'all are wrong. He's
wait
always
until
on the
you
court.
hear what they said after the game.
Okay.
The turnovers obviously were huge, and the 2 of the 3 were really unforced. Execution down the stretch is something that you must have, and we have to own that. You know, we failed in that department.
Do you think that you can still win that second championship here in Milwaukee after a third straight first-round exit?
I'm not going to do this. I know how this is going to, whatever I say, I know how it's going to translate. I don't know, man.
The moment with Giannis obviously had something happen between Giannis and your dad. What all did you see transpire?
I don't think that my pops was in the right at all there, and unfortunate, what happened in the end there. But, I mean, this series was a lot of war of words, a lot of war of antics, a lot of stuff going back and forth, and that's just part of, this rivalry and what we've built here over the last couple of years.
I believe being humble in victory. That's how I am. Now there can be a lot of people out there that are like, no, when you win the game, you gotta talk and it's a green light for you to be disrespectful towards somebody else. I disagree. I've won the championship. They haven't. Losing the game, emotions run high. Having a fan, which at the moment I thought he was a fan, but then I realized he was Tyrese's son, which I love. Tyrese, I think he's a great competitor. He was his dad, sorry. Coming in the floor and showing me his son a towel with his face. This is what we do. This is what we effing do. This is the F we do.
Tyrese Haliburton's dad had the towel up and was kind of waving it like this. And Giannis was just standing there. So I think that's what made Giannis walk up on him afterwards, if I believe that's what happened. I believe that's how the scenario played out. So if that's the case, if his dad did all this stuff first, saying what he's saying after, yeah, I mean, you can't do that, man. As a father, come on, man. You can't be doing that. Because you're just inciting something to happen. You're instigating, you're looking for a confrontation, which is just, at the end of the day, this could have turned out so much worse than what it was. And at the end of the day, it would have been his father's fault, I believe.
I feel like that's very, very disrespectful. I'm happy for him, and I'm happy for his son, and I'm happy that he's happy for his son. That's how you're supposed to feel. But coming to me and disrespecting me and cursing at me, I think is totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. Okay? And I'm not the guy that points fingers, because in my neighborhood, snitches get stitches. So I don't want to say something, for him to get fined or anything. But it's not respectful. I talked with him at the end, and I think we're in a good place.
Does your view change now that you've heard that?
No.
And you saw the towel?
I don't care. It comes with the territory.
It does not. No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
So what would you?
Okay,
I'm asking you a question. If it comes with the territory, and a fan or a dad comes up to you after you win and puts a towel in the face and curses at you, what would you have done?
I played 19 years.
What would you have done?
Listen, you can't do nothing because we're not allowed to do anything. I played 19 years. That happens plenty of times.
It does not happen when a family member's on the court as you celebrating.
Bro, a fan. Yes, it does. A fan. Yes, it does.
That does not happen. And see, the thing that bothers me about it.
It does. Hold on, Kenny. Kenny. When we lost to Houston, you don't think people had brooms going to the locker room hitting us with freaking brooms?
That ain't the same as one.
It is the same thing. It's a fan. He's a fan. Forget he's a fan. He's a fan.
It's not the same thing.
It comes with the territory.
Just because you said something, you yell to make it true. It don't make it true.
It does make it true.
The thing that bothers me, Ernie,
the thing
that bothers me, if Giannis had to whoop his ass, Giannis would be in trouble. No fan should come on the court harassing a player during the game. They do not come on the court. And so I will say that if they do all the time or if they don't all the time,
you're just soft.
Because you pay for a ticket,
doesn't entitle you to be on the floor.
It doesn't matter. It comes with the territory. He lost. Get up out of there. Listen, he lost.
If you have access to get there, doesn't make it right, and you're not entitled to. You're not entitled to interrogate, or I mean, not interrogate, to antagonize players.
They're not on the court just celebrating. He's not on the court celebrating with his son, with the Pacers and all that. He's literally in the opponent's face antagonizing him. Like, how can that be right? I don't understand how Shaq. So what was that? Like Charles said, if Giannis punches him or does something, now Giannis is in the wrong. Giannis doesn't know that's his dad or who that person is. He just sees somebody waving a towel, cursing at him and all this stuff. He's like, his instincts are just going to kick in. So that's why I said this could have been way worse than what it is. And I'm surprised that Shaq is really standing so firmly on his where his point of view and what he believes is right and wrong.
It's not right.
Listen,
He's 100% wrong.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying don't be a punk and whine about it. It comes to the territory. It happens. You move on.
He didn't whine about it.
You lose and you move on.
No, that's not. And you know what's really amazing, Ernie? And let me tell you what another thing bothers me. If the Cavaliers were to beat them, and one of their family members did that to his son, he'd blow a gasket. He would blow a gasket. If the Cavaliers beat the Pacers, and one of their
Mitchell's dad did that.
came out there and started, Haliburton's dad would go crazy because he knows that's
we like his dad, but that's
you're supposed to go crazy. But hey, man,
I'm glad Haliburton.
But there's a difference between being excited about winning the thing and then getting into somebody's face.
I don't care what y'all talking about. It comes with the. Listen, I done played 19. I done went to Ole Miss, Mississippi State, where they do a lot of stuff.
And they were wrong too.
But it doesn't matter.
That's right. And they were wrong too.
It comes with the territory, and you don't hear me whine about it. When I lose, I go home and regroup and come back. That's all I'm saying. Don't be soft about it.
I'm glad Tyrese apologized.
Yeah, and I'm glad that it was all left.
Because y'all whining and
as
complaining.
Giannis said, in a good place.
He didn't hear us before he apologized.
I'm glad he apologized.
So what are your thoughts on this whole altercation? Who's in the wrong? Who's in the right? Which side do you fall on? Did Giannis react appropriately? Did Tyrese Haliburton's dad do the wrong thing by being on the court and antagonizing Giannis? Are you agreeing with Shaq, his point of view of what he's trying to say? He's saying that right or wrong, I guess he's saying right or wrong, it comes with the territory. Put on your big boy pants and move on. Do you agree with Ernie, Kenny, and Charles saying that no, his dad should not have been on the court at all, and that was just a terrible look by him? Leave all your thoughts in the comments below. I'm on the side. I'm definitely on the side of Ernie, Charles, and Kenny. You can't do this. You can't do that. If you're coming on the court, okay, as a family member, celebrating with your son, celebrating with your son's teammates, your son's coaches, I'm all for it. That's no issue with that at all, even though you really shouldn't be on the court, but whatever. That comes, your family, your dad, you're passionate. They're saying your son is the most overrated player in the NBA, like your emotions are getting, like I can understand that. But the waving the towel in Giannis's face, the staying there, so after Giannis hugs Tyrese, then you're still there, and then now you and Giannis, like that you can't do that, because now, like I said, what if Giannis doesn't know who you are, so what if Giannis reacted differently, punches you, pushes you, and then a scuffle, something worse happens, or maybe one of Giannis's coaches, one of Giannis's teammates sees what's happening, does not know if this is just a regular fan or who this person is, pushes him, punches him, and now something again bruised or turns out because of that, like any of those scenarios could have happened, and it's just where I'm glad that nothing worse turned out of this, but he's at the wrong. The dad should not have been on there. The dad should not have been enticing him. The dad should not have been waving the towel, no matter how emotional or proud of his son is. You could do that by celebrating with your son and celebrating with your son's teammates and keeping Giannis and keeping the Bucks out of your mind and focusing on the next round. Till next time, this is Coach Cav, and I'm out of here. Peace.